So you recently carried out a survey of 1,000 plus adult snus and nicotine pouch users in Sweden, who answered a total of 23 questions regarding snus and nicotine pouch use, including their habits and attitudes. Additionally, more than 2,000 users who signed up for the Sting-Free newsletter were asked to answer a few questions about their oral health. Can you please summarize the methodology and the results and the conclusions? Your slides. Right.
Yeah. We start with a little rehearsal. The Swedish experience is quite amazing, with 5.6% daily smokers only. And we have the same average nicotine use as the European Union. And we in Sweden, we don't smoke, more or less, but we use other nicotine products like snus, nicotine pouches, and e-cigarettes. I'm Bengt Wiberg. There was talk about innovation here before, and I'm happy to be the involuntary inventor of the Sting-Free snus technology. It started many years ago. I had so much pain in my gum, and when I lifted my lip, I got scared. So I went to my dentist on an emergency, and he told me, Bengt, you have to quit snus. And at this time, e-cigarettes were hardly not known in Sweden. So my other option would be to get my nicotine from cigarettes. And I have quit smoking in 1991. So I came up with this crazy idea to put a Band-Aid, a patch, on my snus pouch and placed the protective side against my sore gums, and the pain disappeared immediately. And the next time I came to my dentist, he said, Bengt, I can see you quit using snus. We are a small company. Daniel is the CEO of Sting-Free AB, and I'm the founder. I'm also the founder of the EU for Snus movement. Snus, all oral nicotine products can have effects in the oral cavity. One of these is the stinging sensation and gum irritation, and also can have permanent effects on the gum. But let's carry on. We did a survey by putting 2 adverts on Facebook and Instagram, inviting adult snus or nicotine pouch users to answer, quite amazing, 23 questions. And we got about 1,050 replies. So we asked the consumers about their habits when they use snus, and their attitudes, and also if they had experienced any problems. So let's have a look.
Next slide.
Yes, this came first. What you can see on the far right is this is a relative risk scale made by Dr. Rachel Merkett in 2022, showing that the risk of smoking cigarettes is the biggest risk you can take. It's the biggest preventable cause of death in the world, where some 8 million people die prematurely due to smoking. Looking on the low risk scale, we have snus, we have nicotine replacement therapy, we have e-cigarettes, and we have non-tobacco pouches, which is nicotine pouches. And it has been mentioned before by Konstantinos and others that nicotine in itself, anyone can Google this question and you'll get, within 2 seconds, you get the answer, no, nicotine in itself does not cause cancer. So let's get into the survey results. We had 37% of the 1,050 respondents were women, and quite evenly distributed in age, with an overrepresentation of 18 to 24-year-olds. Let's carry on. Now, you wonder, why is this issue such a big issue? Well, we have proven in my company that the myth that it's supposed to sting, it's supposed to burn when you use these products, and that everybody loves it and you get used to it. This is false. Because these respondents, 2/3 of the women and more than 50% of the men find the stinging sensation unpleasant. And looking at the other end of the curve, those who love the stinging sensation is 18% of the men and about 12% of the women. And these are persons using snus or nicotine pouches. So imagine, I think people who are using these products, if they have been abroad, have asked a foreigner who smokes, will you try a snus? And then you laugh because they get a little bit dizzy in the head, and then they say, ow, it hurts, and they remove it. So the stinging sensation, in our opinion, is a big barrier, a deterrent for smokers to switch to these safer products. We carry on. Does these participants worry about their oral health in connection with use and nicotine pouches? 2/3 of the women have worried during 2021 about their oral health, and almost half of the men. We carry on. Let's skip this one. This is if these users have get the ban from the dentist.